mystique of flesh from heaven. Even in domestic style, even in the no moments. Welcome to our channel of commentary on the Gospels, to discover yourself. Today we delve deeper into the engaging meaning of the Eucharist, the flesh of Christ. For a more complete overview of our human, cultural and spiritual offering, we suggest you visit the website duevi.art. For you, foreigner passing through. In Benin, if you see a jar of water, placed under a tree, in front of a house, know that it's for you. Passing foreigner. There is no need to knock on the door to ask for a drink, you just need to open the jar, take the pumpkin, drink water, and continue on your way if no one is there. Raymond Johnson. John 6:41-51. Jesus wants to turn the page. He does not intend to shore up the cumbersome, no longer viable. He is faithful to the law of change of full life, which ceaselessly seeks new arrangements. Instead of stagnating perplexed in the situation. This, at all times, while the regulars wish to cling to what they know. In short, when it's Christ's time, everyone leaves. But the disagreement is already written. Therefore, God does not attract with peremptory force or blackmail, but with invitation. And sincere belief is activated starting from a first testimony. In themselves, verse 44. The Father does not let us become chronic. It acts within everyone to reshape beliefs, adhesions and projects. Everything works in the direction of our core. And not in an unnatural way. On the contrary, He acts present in every person. In the most spontaneous way. In coexistence, and at the same time similar to identifying principles, more respectful of inclinations, of real characteristics, even in the shadows, of energies. This teaching, verse 45, is internal, personified by Christ in the Word which distorts nothing. Implicit way in His person and story. In this path the gift of life, it is linked to assimilating and becoming one with that food. Food that does not harm the person, but it convinces her, supports, foments and orients in an unrepeatable way, by name. That manducated bread kills conformism and extinction. It has the virtue of retying the threads that distinguish the character of person, the innate quality, the vocational essence, propulsive capacity. All this designated by the expression life of the eternal. The bread of the earth preserves life but does not update, does not incessantly regenerate us, nor does it make a way through death. The bread that reactualizes for us the ultimate gift of the Son, nourishes the existence of an indestructible quality that does not fade, because divine gold of our being springs. The prophets had announced, in the end times God would not be known by hearsay but by personal experience. After the failure of the kings and the priestly class, the men would be taught, nourished, directly by the Lord. The expression bread descend from heaven designates Jesus himself in relation to the Father, and, precisely, in his mission to bring men wisdom and exuberant life. Divine life, without limits, which immediately pours into each, without the uncertainties or interpretations veiled by the defects of sight of the mediators, which vice versa would lead to collapse. Presence that in the time of complexity also ignites in us the desire to be taught by God in person, guided by the inner friend, paths of regenerating intuitions, in his spirit. He inclines us not to listen to a nature that searches and murmurs, only for the correct flavor of sustenance. Manna in the desert, verse 49. That is, interest, reputation, titles, banalities of satisfaction. I am the living bread, the one who came down from heaven. If one eats from this bread, will live the life of the eternal, and the bread that I will give is my flesh, for the full life of the world. Verse 51. The spirit that internalizes and actualizes is the main subject of history. Also domestic, daily, of salvation. By making himself ours. Evangelizing ourselves and growing in friendship. Taught by God, verse 45. The nourishing action of the Master introduces our fermented flesh into the new life. The Son alongside changes our taste and familiarizes nature itself with himself. Thus we too assimilated and identified with the bread person made intimate. We reveal totality in action. Living eternity. The original source. To internalize and live the message, how do you enter into the gift of redemption through the Eucharist? Have you ever felt cut off from the earth because of your different food from heaven? What were the opportunities to make the leap that you may have overlooked? Thank you all for your kind attention. We invite you to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on our activities. If you liked it, leave a well done to support us. Subscribe, give your precious like, comment, and share with your friends.